seeking is to stop exploitation, to end colonialism and neo-colonialism, and to attain Africa economic independence. And that is what the support Africans are seeking for. So you can understand. So these countries of the Sahel, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, they're seeking support to end colonialism, to end neo-colonialism, to end exploitations of natural resources or their natural resources. You know, some organizations are sponsored by the Europeans. Our organizations, some of them are sponsored by Americans. So don't expecting that those who are sponsoring us will want us to be free. So they will do everything. They will control us. And that's why sometimes people are claiming that ECOWAS is a tool of France, is a tool of the Europeans. So they are being controlled by Europeans. That's why those who want to break the chains of colonialism, also exploitation, they have decided to leave ECOWAS. And I think this message from, or this warning from Burkina Faso would also the warning of the alliance of Sahel State. And of course, the joint statement has been released that African Union should stay away from the internal affair of the alliance of Sahel states. You know what, kings and queens, this is not for the first time to hear that Africans, heads of states, blaming African Union. You remember even the president of Uganda, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, declared openly that he will not attend the African Union because there's nothing there. So through that, I think we must reform the African Union. You know, our leaders, some of them are elders, and I don't know the future of those who are leading the African Union, maybe 50 years to come, 100 years to come. What are the future? What are their futures? So I think this time around we need young people in the African Union positions. And of course we have seen this time that elders, those who are political elders, they take position in the African Union as a place where they can go and rest when they have done things in their home country. So they find another place where they can go and rest instead of finding a new blood in the African Union that can bring all the people together. So you see, now the African Union that we have been talking about, that we need a united Africa, we need Africans to come together. And now you see some countries have threatened to withdraw from the African Union. Where is African Union? Where is the united Africa? And I'm sure the generation to come will block this African Union because it has seemed that it is not doing enough to support Africans. As I said, how is it possible that our resources are being exploited in Congo? And all of us, we are familiar that those who are exploiting our resources in Congo are not Africans, but we have African Union. What African Union are you doing? We are familiar that resources in the Sahel have been exploited, and African Union are there. We remember African Union are there when Gaddafi was removed from power and assassinated. What is the role of African Union? What is the role of African Union to protect their leaders, to protect their people? What's the role? That's the question that all of us we need to ask ourselves. We are talking about the united Africa. What's the role of African Union to unite Africa? So if we have an organization that cannot stop exploitation of Africans, cannot help the people in Congo, cannot help the people in Sahel, cannot help the people in Sudan. What are they doing? So you may see that's why other countries are not happy, and that's why they are ready to sit and to withdraw themselves from African Union. You know, when we are talking about look, European Union, they have single currency. So if someone maybe will withdraw, there's some disadvantage. But look, African Union that we have. We are talking about Continental Free Trade Area. We are not implementing Continental Free Trade Area. We don't have infrastructures. We are still closing borders. And yet we are talking about Continental Free Trade Area. We have war in Sudan. How can have free movement of people and goods in the zones of war? In Sudan, in Congo, in Sahel there's no peace. In northern Nigeria there, Boko Haram are there. In the Horn of Africa, Somalia there's no peace. In Cape Delgado in Mozambique there's no peace. How is it possible to have those what we call Continental Free Trade Area? And now you see Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger want to withdraw from ECOWAS. I mean, already withdrawn from ECOWAS in African Union. What the laws of African Union to Libya, where our young men and women are sold there like commodities. So that is the thing that all of us we are asking. So I think you may see these countries, Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, maybe as they have different opinion, but they are right. For me, I think they are right, because we want the African Union that is responsible for Africans, not African Union that are responsible for the Western, for the Europeans. You know, what happened in Kenya should be the lesson to all of us, that the coming generation are tired of being exploited. The coming generation, or the current generation, the young generation, they have tired of exploitation. We have been exploited through taxes. We have exploited through many things. So that's why you see this happened in Kenya. So I think there's something African Union need to do, and of course Mali, Niger, and Burkina have also touched the European Union. I mean the United Nations. Yes, it is true. What United Nations are doing for Africa? What United Nations are doing for Africa? Africa, we have challenges. Look, these countries, how they supported other countries. You see, some amount went to support Ukraine, but where's some amount supporting Africa in Congo to stop war, to bring peace in DRC? What they are doing, they are saying Rwanda is doing this, Kagame is doing this, Kagame this and that. So instead of serving and helping the lives of the people, they're not doing so. So the time has come to say enough is enough, and that's what these countries who have decided to break the chain of colonialism have decided to take the path and doing. So I'd like also to hear from you. What is your opinion for this warning from Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger about their withdrawal from the African Union and also the United Nations? So that is my opinion, but I'd like also to hear from you. Thank you.